Okay, last video for today, the transmission side of the axle assemblies are installed again. You can just see a bead of my Permatex oozing out the sides, but I was very conservative about it. I spread a thin bead. I read the instructions. I spread a thin bead on both surfaces and waited about 3 or 4 minutes until it got air tacky, and then I pressed them together. One thing that seems important, I don't know, remember those tick marks I put on there? One thing I did is I put a tick here and a tick here. I should have put one on the case out here. But fortunately, I also have these little marks here, and they help. You can see there's that odd tooth that I'm going to need to line up inside the outer assembly. I'm not putting transmission fluid in here. Permatex, everybody is adamant you got to let it rest for 24 hours before you expose it to whatever you're going to expose it to. So there you have it. I took the leaf spring out of the way just because it just made it easier to get in here. You don't have to do it, but I found it easier to fit and slip this thing up there without the leaf spring in place. And all you have to do is pop the shackle apart, and it comes apart very easily. I don't know if I mentioned this in previous videos, but whenever I loosen hardware and it's not obviously detached, I'm throwing flagging tape on it, so I go back and remember to inspect that section. Something I got from being at Coast Guard air stations for so long. You know, you'll notice aircraft when they're parked, they've got these things hanging all over them to make sure they pull them off before they send the airplane away. Well, this is my way of saying don't be an idiot. Tighten it up again before you go. I'm going to go around the other side. Yeah, more tape. But again, you'll see that the joint's vertical. And that's the plan. You know, that's what we're supposed to do. Also, I hung the Oetiker clamps here. And what I plan to do is I'm going to recycle this Oetiker by just re-expanding it. I have an Oetiker tool. I really do not recommend that you use a screw type tightener on them. It's just my experience. They're lousy. They're a desperate solution for most things. If you can find somebody who's got the crimping tool, I own one because I use them for a lot of things. Get the right tool, get a new clamp and clamp it in place, and then I'll be cool. So that's all. Baby's back together again. I also did use non-hardening Loctite on the